My name is Memra. This is Ideal Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Got a bit, I might need to invest in a new candle. Getting low. Got a new message this morning, or actually it's been repetitive in my readings this week. So I am able to feel into collective energy and so I thought, okay, let me go ahead and pull out what the situation is that the collective is moving through at this time. And so I pulled out some cards. I pulled out what is the situation? What is the collective energy in this situation? And the challenge, and then the guidance card. Now, I haven't pulled any oracles yet. I was going to wait and pull the oracles, but it's funny because I got a new deck, Forest Spirits Oracle, and I was feeling like grounding is what is needed at this time. And another phrase that I continue to hear is when you hear things repeated, like if you listen to other readings or if you're talking to someone or watching TV and you keep hearing the same words or phrase being repeated, it is no coincidence. There are no coincidences. So grounding, what I've been hearing is the nervous system. The nervous system in our bodies is like the tree roots. And we have to stay grounded and connected. We forget. We tend to want to be in our crown, in our soul star, and up here. But we can't forget to stay grounded. And that's sort of a balancing act, which you can do. But there's a situation right now that calls for your attention, your action, so to speak. Not a rush or anything like that. It's helping you to move through, because on the bottom of the deck, I got the Chariot, which means you just need to continue to move forward as you are, which is a good sign. This is a major arcana, so it's a major message here. Continue to listen to your heart and your intuition, your discernment on your path, and you are moving forward in the right direction. So that's a good card to have on the bottom of the deck for the overlaying message. But without further ado, the first card that I picked for the situation was the King of Pentacles. And I thought, well, how can that be a situation? So I'm thinking the King of Pentacles talks about stability, money, career, long-term security. This is something that you're concerned with here in your reality, in your 3D. Stepping into some sort of authority, some sort of leadership. It's a need to trust your value. Trust your value. So it's like you're leveling up. You're seeing, whether it's tiny or huge, you're leveling up financially, like physically in this world, in this 3D world. You're becoming like maybe a provider or someone's foundation, stability, a responsibility to someone. You're taking control of your physical reality, or you're having to have to do that at this time. Um, he's very grounded, being able to build and hold on to your abundance. Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You're able to do that. Own your worth. It's just own your worth is what this card is about. Without apology. Own your worth without apology. So I don't know, you're maybe having to take responsibility for something or someone in this situation, and maybe some fears are rising up in that. So when I pulled your energy around this situation, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So whatever it is, you're equipped. You're equipped to handle it. This is a card of mastery, just like this. Leadership, authority, mastering. But the Eight of Pentacles is definitely mastery, and it's Pentacles, so it's still talking about something really physically going on in your reality, in your external reality. It's mastery of the material world. So you got this. I don't know. The Eight of Pentacles is working diligently on something and improving on something, improving on some skills, refining a craft or talent or something within you. It's like building something step by step, being able to build abundance and maintain it. And you're able to do that with dedication and patience. No rushing. No rushing. Like I said, just no rushing. Um, you're just becoming the master of your path. You're aligned and doing the right work internally and externally. So I'm saying the balance of your external life and your spiritual realm, like your higher chakras and your lower chakras. Um, so you got this situation, this whatever responsibility or stability or security or the foundation that you're building, you are mastering that. So then I asked, what was the challenge in this situation? And we get the Devil and the Knight of Swords. Now, I know we don't like to see the devil come up in a challenge, but that's usually what the challenge is. It's a pattern, a fear, a temptation, some sort of attachment to something, um, some old fear. And I just noticed that they're both very red, which brings me back to the grounding again. Grounding is very important here. But there's some sort of limited belief within you, like you don't believe the value or your worth, and it binds you. Um, some sort of pattern maybe you don't see. Um, some sort of perceived obligation or trauma response. It's creating pressure on you, and maybe some internal bickering within yourself. Um, there's some sort of scarcity or self doubt cycle that's trying to reattach to you. But again, you're the master. You've mastered this. There's no reason to fear it. Um, it's just a hook that wants to keep you small because you are huge. You are huge. The Knight of Swords in this situation, um, it's something. Whatever this devil energy is, the Knight of Swords wants you to react. Wants you to react quickly or snap. Um, it wants you to fight or defend or fix or rush. It wants you to do those things, act from urgency rather than your inner wisdom or your what you already know um, from your heart. Um, wants you to like be overwhelmed mentally, and that's that inner bickering uh, in this situation. Wants you to just push ahead without grounding. It wants you to just hurry up, react, and keep going forward without grounding. But you have already mastered how to move forward with grace. So you know that that's not what needs to happen, but you are being tested to do so. So, so when you feel yourself reacting or wanting to react like that without pause or pausing, um, know that it's this devil and Knight of Swords energy, drama, um, low frequency things. Um, that all you have to do is take a second and breathe. Take 5 minutes for yourself and ground. Grounding is going to be the most important thing here. So that the challenge is not to fall into the old patterns or react impulsively when you're triggered. So choose your mastery. Hmm. I mean, this is a moment where you could break free or you could repeat. And there's the choice. The choice is yours. Um, and with it being the swords too, it makes me feel like it is something internal that you're battling with, but then also there's it it's as within so without, so it's creating an external drama situation around some sort of responsibility or foundation or security in your physical life, your material life. But you can break free or you can repeat it. It doesn't matter, but the key is staying grounded. Either way, you will learn a lesson and move forward. Um, but grounding is what I keep hearing over and over and over. Ground, ground, ground. And here it's winter. So it's hard to want to go out in the cold or, be outside and things like that. But there are other ways to ground. Um, so you can look that up on how do I ground myself, grounding practices and exercises. So then I asked, again, another reason that the Four Spirits cards were calling me to order. So we'll get an oracle message from them in just a second because I did pull one last card for guidance or an action to take in this situation, and we got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant learns from the past experiences, history, learns from things from the past so that you can move through them easier. So they learn from their mistakes, basically, learning from the past so that you don't repeat patterns. Also, if you notice, the Hierophant's got on red. Wants you to return to your spiritual authority, alignment. It's not a time for impulsive action. It's a time to align. It's a time for ritual and for grounding, consulting your inner wisdom. Um, just breaking the old pattern. There's a pattern, and I don't know that you're seeing it. It's not that it's hidden. It's just that you're not focused on it. You're not seeing what the pattern is. It could just be the fear or of a belief, or there's something holding you back. You might think, oh, if I take this step, you just don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to be okay financially? Is this going to break me? Maybe you need to move. Maybe you need to walk away from something. And the fear of the unknown is keeping you bound. But you have to trust in your value. Trust in your value. It's like it's not even all you. It's like ancestral, also ancestral patterns that you're breaking. The Hierophant shows divine code that breaks that pattern, and you are mastering that. So I mean, you've got this. Do things the right way, the higher way. That's what the Hierophant says. Because the Knight of Swords wants you to take shortcuts. And the devil, he just wants you to keep repeating the old cycle. So stay in alignment and follow your truth. And do not be moved by the fear. This might look like setting boundaries or saying no, acting with spiritual maturity or from your heart, acting from your higher heart, leaning into blind faith rather than forcing something, kind of just going with that flow. Don't fall for that ego. Don't fall for that ego trap. Don't fall for the ego trap. The Hierophant reminds you you're not the student in this moment. You're not the student anymore. You've mastered this. You are the one who holds the keys. You have that priestess energy, priest or priestess energy. So, the King of Pentacles, you're stabilizing and rising in mastery. Your devotion and work are aligned with the Eight of Pentacles. The Devil and the Knight of Swords. The only challenge is an old pattern. Fear. It's a fear of the unknown, maybe. And the temptation to react quickly. No. And then the Hierophant. Your path forward is spiritual alignment, discipline, integrity, and sacred authority. Follow that path, and then there's the Chariot at the bottom. So I was going to pull one of my new Forest Spirit Oracle cards for overall message. Overall message for the situation, current situation. It's like somebody's counting on you, depending on you, and you're afraid. Something or someone. And you don't know if you can do it, but you do know. You do know that you can do it. You have mastered. You're ready to break the pattern, move forward with whatever it is that you think binds you is not really binding you. So what is the Forest Spirit Oracle? Guidance, overall message. Okay, we got two here. Divine nature and communicate. So we got Nature spirit and crystal spirit. Nice. Divine nature kind of reminds me of grounding here. And then crystals. Crystals are good for grounding also, and they support, their energy supports whatever situation you're going through. So maybe, oops, I did bring the crystal cards in here, so I brought them in for a reason. Nothing happens coincidentally. Okay, so divine nature says your love and wisdom help you overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. So break the chains. Break the chains. You have no limit. You have no limit, and you already know that. Crystal Spirit says communicate. Express yourself authentically and vulnerably to strengthen your relationships. So this may have something to do with, a relationship. I don't know if someone is causing drama in your reality, in your life, around a situation, and you're having to step up. But your throat chakra feels important here. Expressing yourself without reacting from a trigger. Come from the heart, come from integrity, patience, understanding, a higher level, like we said earlier. Come from a higher level when you communicate in this. Don't fall for the drama. Don't fall for that ego trick. Okay? So let's pull a crystal and see which crystal card is going to come out for us today, since we got the crystal spirit. Interesting, I had those. I didn't plan on pulling one, but since we got crystal spirit, they are here. Let's see. So if we get a grounding crystal, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? What crystal spirit do we need to know? What crystal will help support us in this situation at this time? What crystal spirit? Oh, just the collective need. There it is. OMG. Protection here. Wait a minute, you can't see that, can you? It's hematite. Hematite. I do believe that is a grounding crystal. I'm pretty sure it's protection also, what you're going to need from this guy in this situation. Your fears, your limitations, your patterns, your cycles that you're breaking. Patterns that you're breaking. Hematite. It's on page 26. The essential meaning is becoming grounded. Wow. Becoming grounded. That is key. Getting back to the earth. Wow. 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 That's why these cards felt so potent in this energy. Grounding. Getting back to the earth. Practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. You are so much more than just your thoughts and feelings. You have a body to care for and a soul with unique purpose. Hematite spirit is here to remind you that you are a light being with a body that deserves to be honored and nourished. A body designed by the conscious universe to be a world of sensations, from the smell of pine trees and rain to the feel of tree bark under your fingertips. You are one with the earth and her creatures. Ground yourself there to feel a sense of well-being and relief from stress. Hold a furry creature and feel warm. Pet your kitty cats. Rub your puppy dogs. Okay, and It says, so hold a furry creature and feel warm, softness, and the bearing of her heart. Seek your physical affection. Seek physical affection, a massage or body work. And if you can, walk outdoors in nature, feeling the sensation of the earth against your skin. Your scattered thoughts and turbulent emotions will calm down, and you will soon remember the beauty of your body in this world of the senses. That was like the very first thing we talked about with the King of Pentacles. That knowing your value, knowing, understanding your value. Wow. And with the pentacles and everything, this all has to do with earth, with grounding. You know, that's just amazing. I said it. If grounding crystal came out, we were meant to get you some hematite. That will help ground you. Um, carry it around with you. Hold it in your pocket. Meditate with it. Get grounded, and you got this. So that's all I have for today. Um, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Share, and if you have any comments or want to mention, what you're going through, because it helps other people understand that they're not alone. They're not going through these things by themselves. So I really appreciate you all, and thank you for watching. And I send you so much love, and get grounded. Bye.